I ain't going nowhere. I am unstoppable. Oh, they gonna learn today. They gonna learn. Sorry about that for my beautiful viewers, subscribers, and followers for that interruption there. I ain't going nowhere. I'm unstoppable. So, but I do want to apologize for that interruption. It was internet related. And I did mention that as I started the last video that I may have some difficulties with the internet. And if so, that I would end up doing it the next day. But since we've kind of already gotten into it, I'm going to try to wrap this up and finish it off, right? So, as I was saying, that, the star and the sun has been coming out a lot, and that's all about illumination. It's all about healing, light, wish fulfillment. Okay. So, again, many of you are already rising stars. You're healing, you're growing, you're illuminating, right? And so, where you find your power, since that's the question of the hour, is by continuing in that energy and defending it with that Seven of Wands, the Empress, the Nine of Wands, and the Sun literally coming out. Okay, knowing when to hold them, when to fold them, knowing when to stand ground, and then when to take your defense down, right? But standing ground against anything that obstructs your happiness, anything that obstructs your truth, anything that tries to come in between that, this is where you're going to find your power. Now, we were looking at the bottom of the deck before, sorry, excuse me, guys, before we got interrupted. And for some of you, it is love based. Many of you, we had the lovers, we had a few things at the bottom of the deck. So many of you are asking, where do you find your power in love, right? Regarding situations and circumstances that maybe you feel like you have faced at some point in love, right? So, where you're going to find your power, first of all, is releasing attachment, standing your ground, being sure to heal yourself in this Empress energy, believing in yourself. And as you move forward in life, when it comes to love dynamics, cutting off with that Queen of Swords that was at the bottom of the deck, anything that is opposing love and light and truth with the Ace of Cups that showed up. That's where you're going to find your empowerment and love. Keeping those lessons, learning those lessons, grabbing those lessons, applying those lessons as you move forward, in life. You don't have to beat nobody over the head with anything. This is really more so about you holding your lessons now. Okay. Hold them lessons, whether it's about love, whether it's about social media, family, friends, whatever dynamics. And knowing when to invest, knowing when to pull back. Okay. Beautiful energy. Now let's get into, I want to get into the oracles. You guys bear with me. Anybody that comes on at some point, it's a little different on the YouTube platform. Sometimes it'll show people in here and then it don't, and then out of the blue somebody will say something and it still shows that nobody's here, so I get thrown off. Okay, so if any of you come in, welcome and thank you for being here. The positive high vibe tribers that come in here for the right reasons, I just want to say may all that positivity be amplified back to you, okay, where you need it the most. And anything else that comes across this, y'all already know what I say on TikTok, right? Disregard it. Okay. We're going to put our energy and our thoughts and our focus into the positivity, to the high vibrations, into love and light, and into the reasons in which we are here. We're unfuckwittable, untouchable. May they be well. The light team, you guys know what to do. Okay. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. Please and thank you. All right. Regarding any foolishness. Okay. Ain't got no time for that. Folks need to get a life already. Okay. So let's get some oracle guidance. All right. For the beautiful souls. Where do they find their power? We already got that Empress. We got that Sun. We got that believing in the self. Thank you, team. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Boom. Flow. Okay, look at this. We got flow and expansion. So at the bottom of the deck, where you guys are going to find your power, since that's the question of the hour, is by going with the flow. We have triune. So harmonize, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricate, gifts, rhymes, supports. So it's going along kind of with what I've been saying, okay? It is a general collective, but it's not individual, sweetheart. Whoever came in here, I can see the writing a little bit. I need glasses, but it's a general collective. Bless your heart. So this is where you're going to find your power. Go with the flow. But some of you are currently undergoing some type of an expansion with Jupiter's energy. So for whoever this is for, Jupiter is all about expansion. We got enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence. Ooh, good luck. Ooh, reaping, leaping, exploring. Okay, so many of you are going through some type of an expansion. Things are about to turn in your favor. It reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so where you're going to find your power is go with the flow of the wheel. Go with the flow of where your good luck is, for lack of better words. Okay, this is where you're going to find your power versus trying to go in a direction where it's not flowy, it's too restrictive, it's too imposing upon you, too limiting, right? It's not producing any happiness, it's not producing any success. Go with the flow of what does. This is where you're going to find your power. Boom. Man, that's what I'm talking about, light team. Let's kick it up. That's what I'm talking about. I knew it was for somebody I was picking up these messages for. Y'all ready? And we're going to get this video done no matter how many interruptions. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love humans, man. All right. Boom. Light team, what's the messages from here? Where are they going to find their power? The collective I'm channeling for. Boom. Ah, transformative, intense, Scorpio. Some of you may be a Scorpio, or it may be in your chart, or maybe someone's involved with your life as a Scorpio. Doesn't matter. But transformative, intense, passionate. Hmm. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. So what I'm picking up for some of you is where you're going to find your power is by going with the natural ebb and flow of life in the sense of cycles. So the Scorpio card reminds me of the death card in the tarot, Major Arcana. It's it's death and rebirth. It's transformative. Um, yeah, see, it's the bottom of the deck. We got a square challenge, stalls, frustrate. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Thank you, team. I got it. Okay, so I love it. Don't be frustrated with your transformative process, okay? Don't be frustrated. Don't resist it. That's the thing that I'm picking up. Okay, where are you going to find your power? For those of you that I'm channeling for, Go with the flow of the natural process. So in other words, whatever's dying out, let it die. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh yeah, let it die. And then with the challenge card, squaring you, and then we got Cancer and Doula, right? So wow, birthing tender, nocturnal, feeling sympathetic. Where you're going to find your power is not allowing yourself, first of all, to get frustrated with your own process, death and transformation, whatever is dying out, but whatever tries to come in and challenge you, whatever's trying to come in and challenge your, tender nature, your receptive nature, your intuitive nature, here, go with the flow, let it go. Go with the flow, let it go. It's almost like becoming neutral, becoming, like I always be saying, unfuckwittable. You guys hear me say that kind of statement because when you're on this kind of journey, you really at some point got to get that way. You're not going to, no matter what transition you're in, no matter how much work you've done on yourself or what changes and good you're trying to make, you're going to always have what I call sandpaper people. You're going to always have individuals that don't like you, don't get you, don't understand you, don't want to look at you like their mortal enemy for no reason. You're going to always have people that are triggered and provoked by you. And where you're going to own your power and find your power is by being okay with it and focusing on your expansion here, because many of you are bringing in abundance, you're bringing in good luck, you're bringing in a lot of positive things. So where you're going to find that power and keep the power is just continuing to allow whatever is dying in your life, the natural cycle to life, whether it's old friends, lovers, habits, connections, whatever it is, allowing that process, following your instincts, allowing that process to run its course. When it comes to anything that is challenging you, just almost like go into neutrality. Go into this neutrality. Stay soft, stay in your energy. Kind of what I said on that last video I had to cut off and start over again is when it comes to haters and when it comes to that kind of energy, we just really have to get to a point where we almost to a degree ignore it. Okay? Really. Because it's what we feed into that continues to grow. Wow. Okay. Anything else, Lighting, from this deck? Where they find their power? Where they find their power? Embracing death and transformation in life. That's for sure. Because sometimes we're holding on to things, refusing to let go of things, ways, attitudes, people. And then we lose, I don't want to say we lose our power, but we start feeling a little bit disempowered because we're holding on to it. All right, thank you, Light Team. What else here? Please and thank you. Boom. The Alchemist. Yeah. Yeah, baby. The Alchemist. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. You may be a Virgo with just the earth sign. Don't have to be. But where you're going to find your power, okay, is by alchemizing. Alchemizing energy, using all of your resources as it's depicted here, methodical, aligned, your own systems, your own practices, meditation, right? Being healthy, being discerning, right? Look at this. Alchemizing whatever comes your way. With that Empress energy that came out through the tarot, it was the Empress, it was the Sun, it was the Nine of Wands, right? A lot of fire. So by alchemizing everything that comes your way with that Empress, bringing into balance, tapping into whichever energy of whichever queen you need to at any given time, standing your ground and alchemizing everything that you experience. This is where you find your power. You may say, how do you alchemize? It's going to be unique to all of you. And as I say that, I have perception. Third house, speech, thoughts, social media, siblings, research. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, alchemize your perception of your experiences. Alchemize your perception of even what's coming at you, because nothing has power over you, essentially. I want to say it's Eleanor Roosevelt that says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So people can do what they will. You can look at it as people are people, humans are humans. They have thoughts, they have opinions, but they have no power over me. And that's a form of alchemy. Where you find your power is by shifting your perspective of that you experience through social media, speech, thoughts, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, discussions, surroundings, right? You're safe. You are free to be you. You're the captain of your ship, right? Wow. And that's another three. Changing your outlook, right? And not allowing other people to change your outlook. Yeah, it says worldview, mission statement, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura. Yeah, you own your power by not allowing no one else's projections to affect your own outlook in negative ways. Your outlook on you, your worldview, your expression, your attitude, your point of view, right? Wow. By being your unique self with this Aquarius card, the innovator, by standing in your uniqueness is where you're going to find your power. Standing in your uniqueness is where you're going to find your power. Wow. Hold on, you guys. Hopefully, I still got internet, so bear with me. Bear with me. Give me a second, you guys. I'm still here. Come on, guys. Checking out something. Bear with me. So we're asking, where do you find your power? Where do you find your power? Okay. I know it's a different kind of flow here. It is kind of late, y'all. So, but I'm getting her done. I'm getting her done. So just bear with me. All right. Third house perception. Yeah. All right. So let's move it on, guys. Keep it pushing. So embrace change, embrace transformation, alchemize whatever comes your way, okay? Don't let nothing influence your own perception of yourself, your own outlook, okay? Nothing in a negative light. That's kind of like the overall message that I feel like I'm getting, okay? Then what do I have going on here? Somebody says, can I see the freaking screen? Somebody says, hey, you. Somebody says coffee. Yeah, I do coffee though. Whoever put the coffee, it looks like a coffee cup. Well, welcome whoever that is. I'm sorry, I'm like squinting to see. I need to just go ahead and upgrade and get some freaking glasses. Um, but thank you for joining. Hey, you, Scott Williams. Hey, Scott. I don't know if you're still there because this thing be like on weird status. So I don't know if people are actually here or not. It's crazy. Okay, so now that we've gotten the tarot and we've gotten a little bit of messages in terms of where you guys are going to find your power, right? Let's go a little bit deeper. It's already good. It's a little bit different, but it's good if you're like really paying attention. Okay. So let's get an overall from the high priestess. Then we're going to get something from the divine feminine. Then we're going to get something from the ancestors and angels. And then lastly, we're going to wrap it up with, we're going to wrap it up with some crystal oracles for y'all, okay? And then we're done. This is a simple message, actually. And I think it's a good reading. The collective that I was picking up on, somebody said, come to. Right. I know, it's after midnight. I had a long day too, man. But I was like, I'm going to do it. I mean, I feel the inspiration. I'm a roll. I'm going to go on ahead. All right, Light Team, thank you so much. What are the messages here? For those that are resonating with the reading and they're asking, where do they find their power? They're taking back control of their lives. And so far, we got beautiful messages coming out for them. So what do we have from the High Priestess? Whether you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter. Do that because it looks like it wants to fall there. All right, Light Team, what do we have? Please and thank you. High vibe, benevolent energy only, truth and clarity. Boom. See, look, and I just said that. I just literally said that. I don't know if y'all can see it. I just said it on the other video. I mean, a moment ago. Embracing transformation, embracing death and rebirth. Okay. Look at that. Darkness to light, alchemy, allowing it, embracing it, right? Boom. All right, team. Anything else from the High Priestess deck? Oh, I don't like how that came out. Anything else from the High Priestess deck, Light Team? See, look at death and rebirth, and then it's paired with touching earth and planting something new. So what I'm picking up with this is being willing to allow transformation, allow things to end and do something different on your terms. Where you're going to find your power is just embracing the natural cycles. When something is dead. Plant something new. Don't allow yourself to get stuck and limited, okay, whether it's by yourself or by other people, okay? If it ain't working for you, it ain't working for you. If it ain't producing, it ain't producing. Under the leadership of your higher self, where you're going to find your power is by embracing change. Change is going to happen regardless, but by embracing it and being open and flexible and willing to do something new. And again, since it's general and collective, it can be in any area of your life, okay? It don't have to be any one certain thing. The Illuminated Path. And see, this goes along with the tarot that came out. We had the Sun and we had the Sun, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. And in that deck, the Nine of Wands, she has a torch in her hand. So you embrace your power by going on your illuminated path, going by that guiding light. That's where you find your power. by going after your happiness, going after your bliss, going after what your truth is, living accordingly, standing ground. We have the Seven of Wands as well, not allowing anybody, you know what I'm saying, to bend you another way. That's where you're going to find your power. Whether this is in love, family, friends, governments, like whatever, stand your truth. Go down the guiding light, the illuminated path that has been illuminated for you. Understanding that other folks don't got to understand it, they don't got to get it, and they don't got to fucking like it. But you go down that illuminated path accordingly, okay? Boom. And as I said, that look at stability and standing firm. Stand firm. Yeah. All right, let's go to the other deck here. I'm going to leave these out. Divine Feminine deck. It says Cosmo. I wonder who's Cosmic Jerry. They came in with the, what, I don't know what the hell. It's a cat. Oh, you gotta love social media. All right. Boom. What are the messages? Where does this collective find their power, team? They're asking. This is for the group that I'm channeling that is taking full ownership of their lives, and they want to know, where do they find their power? What are the messages from Divine Feminine deck, please and thank you? Oh shit. Shoot. Ah. Okay, perfect. This makes sense. Okay, so we got Catherine Labori, the Patreoness of Miraculous Healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. Where you find your power, embracing your healing, embracing your miracles. It was paired with Sarah La Kali. Okay. Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. And so what I feel like is happening with this particular card is, look, many of you were stigmatized, stereotyped, labeled, ostracized, you know what I'm saying, scapegoated, um, came from probably a lot of narcissistic backgrounds, dealing with narcissistic energy types, whether it's family, friends, lovers, religion, right? So people that wanted you to feel like this, whether they were consciously aware of it or not, but most of them were. Okay, they wanted you to feel this way. But what ended up happening is, and this is where you're going to embrace your power. Look at this anchor. What ended up happening for many of you is this. You healed through it. You've arrived. You've come to realize that you are where you've always been, which is connected to the divine source, love, and you're anchored. If you look at her heart space, there's an anchor. You are anchored in love. Okay. So what I feel like the message with this is, where you're going to find your power is embrace where you're at. Anchor yourself in love, right? Allow death and transformation to take its course in your life as it will. And that's even regarding connections, people, places, things that maybe you once were attached to. Maybe you once did think, you know what I'm saying, they were the ticket of your life or whatever. But if you look close here, you've mastered being an outsider of the wrong shit, an outsider of the wrong connections, an outsider of the wrong beliefs, outsider, you know what I'm saying, of anything that is going to be dishonoring to who you are and the divinity of you. Okay. Anchor your heart, knowing that you are always connected to love. That's where your power is going to continue to be found, because it's going to keep you out of a people pleasing energy. This is getting good. Now I see where the message is kicking up now. It's kicking up. Because if we're not careful, we lapse back into this people pleasing mode. I'm not saying we should be willfully obnoxious. I'm not saying that we should go around purposefully trying to be a rebel in a sense of, I just want to irritate people or whatever. It's just that you got to be careful, because you're going to always have people, first of all, that are your haters. Okay. You're going to have people that are jealous, people that are triggered by you for whatever the fuck reason. You're going to always have that kind of energies. Okay. And if you're not careful, if you get back into the people pleasing mode, this is where you lose your power. This is where you lose your bliss. This is where you lose your happiness. So it's almost like with this card, it's mastering being on the outside in a high vibrational sense, mastering being, you know, an individual and being okay with that. If you're not going along with the status quo, if you're not going along with your cultural background belief systems, if you're not going along with this Joe Schmo and this Josephine Schmo because they say so, right? Who the fuck are they? You know what I'm saying? That's the question of the hour that we have to continue to ask ourselves. If they bleed red, like you and I, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck are they? They have a right to their worldview and their opinions and their beliefs, as do you, though. As do you. So I feel like your power is going to come in by being comfortable with not trying to fit in. Some people don't know how to live life without always trying to fit in, and they lose themselves in the process. You can never find your bliss, your happiness, and power as long as you're constantly fucking people pleasing. I'm telling y'all, it's a lesson that I have had to learn the long and hard way. Yeah, and look at this. See, own that power. The saint of spoken words, every word I say. Y'all, you heard me? Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am, hear it and hear it good. I am the author of my own goddamn story. You heard me? And that is for you all as well. This is where your power is. This is where you're going to own it. This is where you're going to embrace it. No matter what people think, say, and feel and call themselves doing about and towards you. What comes out of your mouth, not theirs. Yours. Whatever comes out of their mouths, they're heaping on their own heads, whether they're aware of it or not. So where you're going to own your power, right? Your words. Speak. And now that I say that, let us say something nice and empowering right now. Okay? You heard? Repeat after me, or affirm and say affirmative, or I concur if you feel so guided. I am the captain of my ship, unfuckwittable. I am beautiful. I am blissful. I am bountiful in abundance, prosperity, wealth, health, and success. I am blooming. I am safe and secure and empowered. I am loved and supported. I am free to be me. Every word I say, I am my own leader. You heard me? Better recognize. You heard me? Boom. Let's keep it pushing. Light team. I need to go to bed. That's what I get for coming on so late, man. Look at that. Great teacher. Mm-hmm. Some of you are going to own your power by not only living in accordance with that higher resonance, your own light, your own truth, your independence, that Empress energy, but also by teaching what you know in your own unique way, whether it's through creative things, song, dance, you know what I'm saying? But as you have experience, somehow giving it out in some kind of way for others that's going to resonate with your same path and journey. That's another way you're going to own your power. Hmm. Ooh. All right. Yeah, you guys are transforming and unveiling your gifts. You're tracking down your fears and desires. So these are other ways that you're going to own your power, facing your fears, right? Sharpening your gifts, facing your fears. Whatever that means for you, right? Okay, light team, what are the messages? Yep. Seeing things from a higher perspective. I talked about that earlier. Seeing things from a higher perspective. This is how you're going to own your power. This is how you're going to stand in your power. This is how you're going to find your power and keep it. Continuing to see life and the things that you experience from a higher view. A higher view. Some of y'all going to say, well, what does that really mean, Blooming? Your higher self, your higher soul, 5D, versus what things appear to be. Because often, you know, things that we're looking at in a 3D perspective, it's illusion. It's not the full spectrum. It's illusion. So by seeing it all from a higher view is going to help you to continue to own your power. And as I said earlier on one of the shorts on my TikTok platform, trusting those instincts. Trusting that instinct, baby. That's where you're going to own that power. That's where your power is going to become more and more strengthened for you. And then set your sights higher. Don't lower your standard to fit in. I just got through talking about that. Don't lower your standards so that you can fit into some freaking group and some, some program, some belief system. You know what I'm saying? Don't lower your own personal standard. Set your sights higher towards what resonates with you. Okay? Not what diminishes you, not what takes from you, not what tries to limit you or what tries to restrict you. Right? Set your sights higher. Oh, I'm tired. All right, lastly. Oh shit. What's funny is when I get off, I probably get like a burst of energy. If I get it, I'm telling y'all right now, if I get a burst of energy, then I'm gonna go on TikTok live. If I feel guided, I sure am. But most folks, you know what I'm saying, it's Saturday night. Most folks are out and about, but we shall see. We shall see. Look at spirit quartz, music, success. Some of you are gonna find your power through music, tapping into music, listening to music, getting inspired by music, getting downloads through music, right? Getting motivated through music. That's where many of you are gonna find your power. And healthy boundaries. Look, and as I'm shuffling the card, I see the red jasper and continuing to set healthy boundaries. I just said that almost throughout the whole reading. It's like knowing when to stand ground, right? Defending your rights, your views, your health and well-being, your healing, you know what I'm saying? Your truth, standing in it, no matter what. That's where your power is going to come from, no matter what, no matter who don't like it. You're going to have to get used to that uncomfortability with this outsider's card there. That makes me feel like, if you really want to be a free, independent, you know what I'm saying, empowered MF, you got to get used to that. Or you'll always be sucked into some kind of a group control dynamic. You can be a team player and not be turned into a fucking drone and clone and lose your own sense of self. You know what I'm saying? Look at Herkimer diamond and dreams, and then manifestations. Exactly. Herkimer diamond, a very high vibrational frequency crystal here. Dreams. Following your dreams is where you're going to be empowered. Okay. Some of you need to pay attention to your dreams. Okay. Following your dreams is how you're going to manifest. Following your dreams, how you're going to manifest more and more empowerment in your life. Okay. Not sticking to the status quo, the humdrums of life, you know what I'm saying? The conditioning, the programs, what everybody else on the planet try to tell you ought to do, think, feel, and be. Okay. Y'all know I'm big on that. I'm big on like letting that shit go. All right, what are the messages, light team, for my beautiful collective as we wrap this up? Grounding, okay. Hematite, I talked about this on the TikTok platform. All right, you're going to find your power by making sure you're practicing some type of grounding exercise or practice, whether it be by getting in earth every day, putting your feet in the grass, doing some type of a grounding, earthing exercise, connecting with your breath, mindful breathing, meditation, right? Grounding, because see, listen, grounding is connected a lot to the earth chakra, the earth star chakra in your feet, as well as the root. Those chakras have everything to do with feeling safe and secure in the world. Okay. And you really can't feel empowered or in your power if you don't feel safe and secure in the world. So getting connected to earth, channeling energy, you know what I'm saying, in and through your body, releasing and receiving, grounding, okay, is how you're going to practice finding your power, owning your power, where you're going to find healing from any cycles of life, anything that you're going through, grounding in the healing, grounding it in, getting into earth, connecting to the body. Anything else like to here? For the collective, where do they find their power? Where do they find their power? That's resonating with this message, this reading. Where do they find their power? Purification. Yep. Clearing your energy. So by grounding and clearing, grounding, now we've got quartz, clear quartz. Okay. So by keeping your energy clear, pretty much, and it doesn't have to be a big to do, right? And look at this. It doesn't have to be a big to do. It can be a simple practice for you, right? Using grounding to purify, clean out your life, detoxing, cutting things off that's not serving, doing some kind of energy work or some type of practice on yourself. This is where you're going to find your power, by keeping yourself grounded and continuing to purify your energy. And with spiritual awakening and then communication in reverse, ceasing to communicate in a disempowering way to yourself. You're going to find your power by aligning with your spiritual awakening, ceasing to communicate negatively, ceasing to silence yourself with communication being in reverse, ceasing to lie to yourself, right? All this blue, all this throat chakra, ceasing to tolerate any toxic communication, and keep in alignment with that spiritual awakening. Connecting with your spirit guides, your higher self, right? Yeah. Is there anything else here, light team? We're just going to wrap that up. Anything else? Boom. Yeah, healer. See, this comes out a lot. See, many of you are healers on some level, and embrace that you're a healer. And when I say healer, energy channel, I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's not a teaching about it. I'm not going to get all tripped up on the semantics here. Okay. But if you resonate with that on some level, where you're going to find your power is by embracing that it is who you are, whether people like it or not. Whether people agree with it or not, and even whether you fully understand it. But many of you know that you have these, you carnated this way, you're some type of an energy channel, some kind of blueprint, something that, was in your Akashic record, something that you tapped into, and it is a part of your life and who you are in your journey. Okay. And so many lives will probably benefit from your life and your story on some level. Okay. And where you're going to find your power is go ahead and embrace that instead of, I can relate to wanting to run away from it because people get triggered by it. People don't understand it. People want to exploit it. And if they can't exploit it, then they look at you like the enemy. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. I get it. But that's your power is not going to be found in denying who you really are. Your power is going to be found in accepting it, grounding, purifying yourself, embracing the healer energy in you, because you inherit this from some of your ancestors. For many of you, you got lineages connected to this stuff. Okay. And, you know, you're just going to have to, I mean, it'll serve you well to embrace that. Yeah, some people are going to be happy and excited about it. Others aren't. If they can't control and dictate it, they should. Usually they won't, especially if they're fear ego based, narcissistic, locked into some kind of a control system program. If they can't capitalize or exploit off of your gift, then you by default become their enemy to them, right? But your freedom and your empowerment is in your liberation. It's in your freedom with that 9 of Pentacles that we saw earlier. You don't need to be, you don't need a click. Okay. You're open, but you don't need it. See, there's a difference. You're open, you're receptive to what's in resonance with you. Okay, you're not gonna just be a part of some shit just for the sake of being a part of some shit. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'm gonna leave it there. See if I am gonna crash on the bed or if I get a certain burst of energy. If I do, I may either go on to my TikTok live or I may go on to one of my actual dating sites. Depends on how I feel and how I'm guided. And that was a little bit too much information, but then again, no, it wasn't. Okay. I'm pretty candid here. So I hope this resonates for those of you who are going to watch it later, because I'm sure some of y'all will. All right. And whoever it's for, hope it serves you well. Hope you get what you need. I hope you feel empowered, get empowered, and apply that empowerment. Step into that power. All right. Embrace it, accept it, love it, live it. Right. And send other people love and light. That's the best thing I can tell you guys. It doesn't always feel easy. And I get that. You got these sandpaper people, but they're operating from their level of consciousness. They're operating from their programs and templates and belief systems and traumas and scars and ego. And you know what I'm saying? And that's the best way I could explain it to y'all and to hopefully take the edge off of you, to some extent. You can always have that, but be unfuckwittable, unstoppable, keep going, because can't nobody stop you. As I always say, ain't nobody stopping now nothing. You heard me? The more people come after you, the more you're going to succeed. The more people come after you, the more they reap and heap onto their own heads. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Love and light. And namaste.